How much is that? How much does that cost? Those are great questions you want your customer asking. That's telling you I'm interested. If you say that's free, or if you say that's $1, chances are I'm going to buy it. We have to understand when that question's asked, how much is that? How much does it cost? We have to understand at that point, have we done enough in building value? If I said, well, that's $199. Will the customer then go, that's phenomenal, that's a great deal. You've done so much work in the building value phase that $199 is a great price for that. Or if you've done no build value, you'll find, and as we see every day in our stores, we'll say that's $129. And the customer will go, oh, and that's it. We didn't do enough in regards to building value. What we're going to talk about today is build value and really what that looks like. You see, when we have customers in our stores and they're in to purchase a phone, that is when they're at their peak from an attention perspective. They give us the most attention when we're talking about the phone or the product that they came in for. We have to use that attention appropriately to breadcrumb, or if you think of Hansel and Gretel, they had the breadcrumbs to make sure they didn't get lost. So we have to make sure that we don't get lost and we can find our way back to certain products from the phone. I'll give you a perfect example of what that looks like now. So let's talk about Bluetooth, and now to breadcrumb our way to a Bluetooth headset or a Bluetooth speaker sale. So when we understand that when a customer walks into our store, we have their most attention when we're talking about the very product that they came in for. So if you have a customer that came in for an iPhone or a Samsung or a Nokia, they're most interested and we have their peak attention when we're talking about that product. So basically what I'm saying is after you've provided that product to them, you're on borrowed time. You have a customer that's being polite by listening to you, but they've already have what they've came in for. So we have to understand that by building value during the phone portion is how we will be able to breadcrumb to different products. I'll give you an example of that. So when we talk about Bluetooth, by simply saying this phone has the latest version of Bluetooth, I'm doing a couple things. One, we understand, and we find this often, that if the customer has Bluetooth in the car, this is when they'll tell you in a very excited way, oh, I've got Bluetooth in my car, because they're excited about the feature. Versus after a clerk has provided the phone and they try to segue to the Bluetooth headset, then it's an objection. The customer will say, no thank you, I have Bluetooth in my car. So by breadcrumbing ourselves from the phone to the Bluetooth headset, it's a much smoother transition. My next question, if they did have Bluetooth in the car, would be, oh, wonderful, so what features do you use in it? Do you stream music? Do you listen to your text messages come through your Bluetooth? And asking them how they utilize that feature. Because what I'm wanting to do is build value around that Bluetooth technology, so whenever I can then say, so how often are you in your car? Well, I'm in my car an hour or 2 hours a day. Well, great. Let me provide you a product that will utilize that technology of Bluetooth for the other 8 or 10 hours that you're not in your car. It's a much smoother transition, and you'll find you'll sell a lot more headsets and Bluetooth speakers that way. So what if they don't have Bluetooth in the car, or they're not that familiar with the technology? As a professional consultant, this is when we take advantage of that opportunity to educate them, to explain to them the benefits of Bluetooth, that they can send a text with their voice, or that they can listen to their favorite book or their podcast in their ear. They can get turn-by-turn directions without having to look at their screen by listening to it in their headset. There's a lot of value within the Bluetooth product, and I'm sure you know more than I do. But by using this as an opportunity to talk about that in the phone portion, then it's a much smoother transition to that Bluetooth product. So think of breadcrumbing next time you think of talking about your Bluetooth in your phone.